Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a great day. So the market it's holding up. It's basically like as we left at the close yesterday, and we're opening up, right? No change, nothing, which is usually a good sign always. And for now, S&P, the only thing that matters to me, we recovered from here, the first level. We're near all-time highs. The only number that matters to me right now is 430. As long as we hold, so today we can be down 4 points. There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. That's normal in the market. S&P down red does not mean anything bad in the market. Okay, it's just the moves that need to happen. It already went all the way from lows to 421 to 434. That's a 15-point move. Maybe today it rips completely higher and takes an all-time highs. It's not too far. Excuse me. If that happens, bonus, we make more profits. But being realistic, being a little conservative, so let's give a downside to 430. 430 will be the first test. Failure of 430, we do have 425 once again. Okay, so if it does fail, so I'm going to talk about downside now. 425. 430, as long as we're above 430 today, we're fine. Even if we go all the way down to 425, we're still fine. A break of 425 and staying below 425, I'll be a bit cautious going into next week. Okay? If we stay above 430, bingo, bonus, we're right. We're going to make money regardless. Okay, so it's a win for us. But 430, 425 are the levels I'm looking at, and maybe we get all-time highs today. Who knows? Okay, so let's see. We did have the jobless claims number. The number was a little high, but I don't think it's something that's going to make much of a difference right now with the market. So sometimes they'll be high, sometimes they'll be low. I think they'll just average out. Okay, and then we have the Qs. Great move is holding well above our number of my stock life has given this one number 354, right? For the last 2 weeks, it's holding above 354, and we think the uptrend continues. The chart looks super amazing. Nice recovery from here, right? It went from 316 to 360, and then came down all the way to 349. A little back test, near the support, and now yesterday just an amazing move in the triple Qs. Okay, and if you caught certain stocks, congrats. But I'm bullish on tech, so as long as we continue holding above 354, I think we're looking good. Financials were very strong yesterday, right? The number that matters to me is 37 plus. I think we're almost there. Maybe it gets there today, maybe tomorrow. I have no idea, right? But failure of this going back down can obviously signal more weakness. So I don't want this going below 35 at all. So it should hold above 35 now. Okay, should hold above 35, and we want this above 37, right? Personally, I think it goes higher, right? Because the S&P, all the Excel sectors, I think they're going to perform okay for the coming months. All right. But for now, 35 is the downside level. Above 37 plus, I will be more confident playing financial names. Some names that we can look at: Goldman Sachs, GS. Looks great. A nice gap all the way from 347 to 373, and sometimes right here when the market went down on Monday. One thing we told in pre-market, there's nothing wrong with this. This is a normal move. If on a move like this is when one is supposed to take a little bit of risk in option at the support level and play to the upside. Okay, when an opportunity like this comes, and if you bought options here, for example, even 360, they must have went up over 300-400%. Instead of buying in this chop, right, you buy at these good strong support levels. The first support right here, right, you buy at these zones. Right, so this was a very good buy if you bought in. Congrats, but buying here is a gambler's bet right now. You can play the momentum if it goes through, but here 376, 380 is very hard zone. Many people like playing it when if this can continue running here, great. But for me to play GS right now, it has to hold about 380 for 2-3 days. I want to see strength here, and then I'll get in. Buying it now is FOMO. It can work in my favor. It cannot, but it's nothing but a gambler's bet in my opinion. Okay, so it already made the move. Some stock banks that we can look at. BAC looks a little better to run, I think. Bank of America. For this, the number is above 42. I do want to see 42 plus, right? But here, if you want to play, just make sure it holds 38. 38 should be a must hold at these levels right here. Okay, on Bank of America. And JPM, let's see how that looks. Similar action. Same thing as GS, 156 will be a number for this. 156 plus hold. Right here, it can easily go up, down, up, down. It's very hard to predict what it does here. Okay, so don't get caught in this chop. This looks a lot better, Morgan Stanley. Much better than JPM, GS, and BAC. So if I was to play financials, make a bet, I would probably play Morgan Stanley right here. At all-time highs, no resistance. It can continue higher, keeping in mind a back test of 94 back test. If it dips to 94, I would see on a 5-10 minute frame, see what it does. Maybe for 1-2 days, it might just stay here. It builds a strong base above 94, and we can play this to the upside, or you can even do spreads. So this is so out of all the banks, this is what I would probably play. Okay, because there's no resistance to upside. And if you want to buy right at the open, I would buy time in case it consolidates and comes and tests lower and then goes back up. Okay. MasterCard, a great move last week and then gave up big, and now it's trying to recover again. Okay, as long as it can hold above, so 375 is strong. That level is kind of 375 is good. It's holding, but now I do want to see it hold above 380. Right. Sometimes I will keep following these stocks even though they're reaching the levels. That does not mean I'm just gonna keep playing them. No. Sometimes it's just to see the strength, mentally preparing myself with these moves, how the market is reacting. When I see an entry, okay, you know what? It's time for it to go. It comes to you naturally within, right? You just get the vibe when you're following a certain stock that's about to go. Okay, it'll give you a signal that you get the attachment. But above 380 hold, I think we can see 390, and then 390 is very hard on MA. 390 is very hard, right? But the only good thing is if we compare to Visa, Visa has broke out, it's at all-time highs, a big move. AXP, also all-time highs, a nice little uptrend, okay? So MasterCard is the one that's lagging behind. So above 380, it might hold, and then 390, it might be time for this to go. And this will probably make a 30-40 point move within 2 weeks when it does, okay? And then we have Clove. A lot of you guys are mentioning Clove. I'm pretty sure the first people that will jump in this regarding short interest squeeze is either LB or T, one of them, right? So as long as it holds above 9, I think we can see a big move on this, right? But again, when playing stocks like this, expect a lot of rewards. Your $100 can go into $500, but then also expect your 100 to 0. Okay, that's how you play these names. You put in what you can afford to lose. So whatever money you put in a stock like this, consider it 0 right away. Take it out of your portfolio. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, just move on. But don't emotionally get attached to them. Okay. The reason being is these stocks have screwed up a lot of people. On these squeezes, a lot of people buy here and then they kill premium. Catch people here and then boom, downside, a little hope, and then screw them over again. And then just base kill premium, squeeze, kill. A huge squeeze. A lot of people probably got caught here and got screwed over. Okay. And then they were just holding on hope. So what happens here? No idea. So whatever you put in, consider it 0 right away. You'll perform much better, and you will know your position sizing. Another beautiful play called by T yesterday, EYS. It's a healthcare company, EYS, right? Healthcare companies can have big squeezes when they run on certain news or if there are any approvals coming up. In March, we saw this stock go from $1.44 all the way to $20. Okay, so almost a 1,300% move, I think. Gave up gains, consolidating. Yesterday, we saw a little pickup in volume on EYS. The market cap is really small. The market cap is 177 million. It's going to open really high on pre-market. You should be up a lot on your position if you bought in with T, right? And then if this stock takes out of 540, if it gets above 540 by any chance, $5.40, you're likely to see a squeeze towards 7, and then maybe even more, maybe much more. Okay, so just being a little conservative, 540 to 7. Because if it gives up gains, manage your position, but you should be in profit. 540. If it gets 540 today, $7 possible. Okay. Home Depot, beautiful trade. Now, one of my good friends in our Discord, I've never met him, right? But you know who you are. He's been playing HT with me. But you cannot get scared of 5-minute candles over and over, right? Our target was 324 plus, right? You were up 200%. You made great profit. And if you're gonna play the 5-minute candles, they will play with their emotions. The only thing that matters here for us is if we look at it, it finally reached above this 324 after so many weeks. Okay, it took almost 2 months for it to come here, right? So now it's likely, as long as we hold above 324, right, it might back test a little bit here again, make another consolidation day, and then it's just gonna have a nice little move if the move is true. 330. Okay, so I'm still holding on to my spreads. I do see this going higher, so let's see. Walmart, So the reason I go this over this chart a lot, just so you guys can learn with patience, is holding above 140, but 142, they're still not letting it go. Okay, they're still not letting go of 142. It's broken 142 many times in the last few days, but they bring it right back down. As soon as we get a nice push through 142 and holds, there's going to be explosive movement in this thing. DIDI, some news this morning if you've been following. So China, I think they're threatening these guys with some delisting news. They might pull out the US IPO. Now, sometimes out of these news, it depends how you think of these news. One thing is, many of you guys will, I don't know, if you're holding Baba, JD, KWB, PDD, or Baidu, you might get scared and sell those positions based on this, right? But this company is only a week or two old. You cannot compare with those other companies. Now here, I have no idea what's going to happen with this company, nor do I give a shit, right? But companies like Baba, Baidu, they're very powerful and strong. China is not going to screw them over. So whatever news that we have been seeing for the last few months, I personally believe it's all manipulation. It's just part of something else. Who knows? God knows. I have no idea. I could be completely wrong. Just my own theory. But Baba is very powerful for anything to happen to it. Short term, yes, you may lose money on options. You know, with all the screw, you may get screwed. But for China, so these news, if they're coming, they could be a bullish catalyst for other Chinese companies. Okay, money from this can also go into those other companies. Okay, and Baba was up pre-market. Let's see what it does. But just one scenario. DKNG. So a report came out. I was reading. With all the gambling bets, I think it was so in May we had 1.8 billion dollars in bets, and then last month we had 1.7 billion. And DKNG's number was very strong compared to other companies, right? So it continues to grow. Keep an eye on this name. Anything above 52 hold. Anything above 52 hold. We do have 56, and above 56 we do have 64. Okay, so that's a $12 move. Downside all the way to 44. Okay. And so just keep an eye on this move. We do have earnings coming up. Personally, I'm gonna wait until earnings come and see what the reaction is. But this can make a big move. Now, the only thing I don't want to get caught long here is because if I go on the monthly, this stock already went up huge. It went from $10 all the way to 75 within 1 year. Okay, so it already made a big move on a bigger time frame, and it just needs some consolidation. And on the monthly, we can see it's building a nice little base right here. So on a monthly, if we can get above 52, I can probably play this to the upside then. Okay, keep an eye on Penn also, same industry. Oh wow, this is a very nice monthly chart. Yeah, this goes above 77, right? I would probably buy 2 months out, spreads or something, and this can have a big move towards $90. 77 to 90. Okay. MSTR, we had the conference yesterday with Kathy, Musk, and Jack. I did not look into it yet, but I think this has some good things about BTC. This can have a big move if BTC rips. Okay, I'm still holding on to my spreads, right? I'm still holding on to all my spreads. If we can get above 700 on this name, a huge move, which is still 140 points away, but anything is possible in the market. For now, the first level I'm looking at is around 610. Okay, if we get 610 above, this can completely rip towards 800 within 1-2 weeks. It won't take too long. But then obviously we need help from the crypto world. So let's see. In September, there is a bill coming out, I think, from the US. They gave us a hint a couple of weeks back. And manage your account, guys. Today's Thursday. If another stock that I do want to go with Shop, I told you guys yesterday I would play butterflies on it, right? We bought them at 375. My fill was a little higher, right? At 375, and yesterday they closed at 5 plus. Okay. Now today they will be above 5 if they'll even be higher. Okay, instead of paying all the crazy premium. Shop, if today might be a consolidation day, and maybe tomorrow we rip. Maybe we rip today and then tomorrow we don't do anything. Okay, so no idea what's gonna happen. But Shopify, the way the momentum is here, when it runs, it just runs. Okay, like here are some examples. When it runs, it just keeps running. So I'm gonna hold on to my butterflies probably into tomorrow. Huge potential for those. And let's see what it does today. If it can hold above 1570, I think if it holds above 1570 today all day, we might run again tomorrow. Who knows? Okay. And so yeah. And with this, guys, I think I'm gonna call it. Good luck. Manage your account. LB is looking at some short interest stocks I see in the chat, so keep an eye out on those, right? And manage your eyes, and we'll see you guys in the chat.